No, this is mine. That is really delicious. Welcome to Gavin's Home Kitchen, and today we're making a home-style mac and cheese. I've got the mac and cheese maestro with me, my wife Heidi. You ready to go, babe?
I am.
All right, let's get prepping.
Awesome.
So what ingredients are we using today?
So we have our macaroni, we need some milk, a bit of flour and a bit of butter, and I put mustard in mine as well, a couple of spices, and of course our cheese.
And you use a Bega block. Why do you use that?
Well, because I find it melts really nicely and it actually gives the sauce a nice creamy texture. That's just really yummy. It's a soft cheddar. I have done it with other cheeses and I didn't like the result, so I prefer this one over the other ones, but you do your own.
And that's the way your mum taught you how to cook it.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this is what my mum used to use when she made it, and I've tweaked her recipe just a little bit to my liking.
Tastes so good too.
I reckon I do pretty well at this one.
Beautiful. So what prepping do we need to do?
The only thing we need to prep actually is our cheese. We're going to grate that, and everything else is from the pantry, ready made.
Beautiful. Let's get prepping.
Awesome.
So that's the prep done. What do we do next?
Our next step is actually get the pan on the stove and start cooking.
So what are we going with our first step?
First step is to melt our butter.
Yep, so just a knob of butter.
Knob of butter in there and get it melted.
And what sort of heat? Are we putting this on just low heat?
I usually use a low heat to get this bit done. That way it doesn't fry the butter and it doesn't burn it.
Perfect. Oh yes, already seen that butter melt. So is that butter to your liking?
It's melted.
Yep, so what are we doing next?
Time for our flour.
And how much flour are we putting in?
I don't usually measure. I put it enough in so that it becomes a bit of a sloppy paste when it's all stirred in. Start with a couple of spoons and see how we go.
So do you just stir it until it all mixes in and then check the consistency and add more flour if needed?
Yep, or add more butter if you've put too much flour.
Ah, yep.
How Mum taught me to make this one is that it needs to look like a sloppy paste. That is looking good.
Beautiful. What's happening next?
Next, we put in just a little bit of our milk. I use about 1.5 litres altogether, and I put the first 500 ml in to start with. And give that a bit of a stir through.
Is this a stir through to thicken it a little bit before you add the rest of the milk in?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I'm going to switch to my whisk now.
Yep. Do you want me to take the spoon for you?
Yes, please.
No worries. Pop that there. Can't wait to taste it because it's always amazing. So Heidi's the mac and cheese maestro in our house. Hers is way better than mine.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, don't get a big head.
Alright. Time to add the rest of our milk in.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Slowly
Alright,
pour
slow.
that in.
The whole lot?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll just keep that moving. Beautiful.
So we've added all our milk in and we've given it a stir. Do we need to bring this up to a simmer, or is it all good as it is?
Before we turn the temperature up, we're going to add in our spices first.
Ooh, and what spices are we adding in today?
We have mustard powder, ground chili, and cayenne pepper.
Ooh, let's move them out of the way. So which one's going in first?
Well, I like to start with the mustard powder.
Yeah?
Give it a good heaped teaspoon.
Good heaped teaspoon. About that?
Yep, that looks beautiful.
And then what, you just stir it in?
Stir that one through for a little bit and then we can add in the next ones.
Now, I can see just a few little lumps there. Does that matter, or are they just going to cook out?
They will actually dissolve into the mixture when it goes in the oven.
Beautiful. What are we going with next?
Grab the chilli first.
Chilli?
Yep.
How much of this am I putting in?
Oh, good half a dozen shakes, I reckon.
Good half a dozen?
Looks good to me.
Yeah, that's when. Beautiful. And you just stir this in as well?
Yep.
Beautiful.
And then we're ready for the last one to go in. And I always put a little bit more cayenne pepper than I do chilli.
Cayenne?
Yep.
So how many shakes am I popping into this one?
Oh, let's say about 9 or 10.
Just say when.
And that'll about do it, I think.
That's it?
Yep.
No worries. And then what, you're just stirring that through?
Stirring this through, and then we can turn the temperature up. We're not simmering this one, we just want to bring it up enough to melt our cheese into our sauce.
So how's this milk going?
That milk is warm enough now to put our cheese in.
Perfect. Well, let's go with putting our cheese in then.
Alright.
So you just add this in handful by handful?
Yes. And you keep stirring as you go so that the cheese doesn't all get clumped up together.
Oh, this is looking good. Alright, so last little bit in. I can see what you mean about soft melt. This cheese already melting in the bowl.
It is.
And it's not even a hot day.
It is a very soft cheddar and it's a beautiful texture when it gets in there.
And so you just stir this in now until it melts?
Yep, you can see it's already starting to melt, which is great.
Oh, yum.
That's exactly what we want. Now, a tip my mum told me when she was teaching me how to make this is that you never stop stirring once the cheese goes in. You're always just gently moving the spoon side to side. Stops the cheese clumping together, and it also stops the skin forming on top, because if you leave milk by itself too long on the stove, that's what will happen.
Pro tip from the mac and cheese maestro right there. So our cheese sauce is ready. That's looking really good. Now you would have noticed there was no salt added into this. That's because the cheese is already quite salty. You don't need it. So what's our next step, Bub?
The next step is to get our pasta.
Ooh, all right, let's go. So we've got our pasta water on to boil. All we're going to do, boiling water, add a little bit of salt to it. Give it a bit of a stir. Now you notice I just used the same spoon that Heidi used for making the cheese sauce. It's home kitchen, guys. Why make more dishes when we don't need to? All right, is that ready to pop our pasta in?
I reckon we're ready to go.
Go for it. And how much pasta are you using?
I use 750 grams.
Yep.
Just generic store-bought macaroni. In we go.
Oh yeah. Look at that stir for you.
Yes, please. Give it a stir, that way it doesn't all clump together.
Yeah. And how long do we cook this for?
We let this one cook until it's just before al dente, so roughly 8 to 10 minutes on high. Beautiful. That's done.
It's done?
Yep.
Beautiful. So what's our next step?
The next step is to drain this and combine it with our sauce before it goes in the oven.
Oh yeah. Yum.
Yummo.
So our sauce is done and our pasta is cooked.
Yes.
What are we doing next?
We're going to put our pasta into our sauce.
Beautiful. Let's go.
I'll scoop, you stir.
Sounds like a plan. And also, we've already preheated the oven to 180
Yes, we have.
because this is going to go in for about 20 minutes. So you just want to stir it in like that, Bob?
Yep. Stir it in so the pasta all goes right through the sauce.
Whoa. So we've got all our pasta in now. So we're just giving it a bit of a mix through to make sure it's all coated. Oh, this is going to be so good. So is there anything else you do with yours? Do you put anything over the top?
I don't, but when my parents used to make this, they would cut up bread into croutons and save a little bit of the grated cheese to put over the top as well.
Oh, wow. That actually sounds really good.
Making this always takes me back to my childhood.
That's why we love cooking for our kids.
Yep.
Because it brings, in a funny way, it takes us back to our childhoods and when our parents did it for us.
Yeah, when our parents used to cook for us.
Yep. Does that need more stirring?
No, that's looking very good.
Yeah, so we're ready to go in the oven?
Ready to go in the oven.
Beautiful. So as mentioned, we preheated the oven to 180 degrees. This is going to go in for about 20 minutes. We'll check it. If it needs even longer, we'll leave it on for a few more minutes. But this is looking really good already and I can't wait to taste it.
When it goes in the oven, one thing that you're looking for is that around about that 20-minute mark, you're going to see bubbling right around the edge. That's when you know it's done.
Great tip. So that's just come out of the oven and it smells delicious and looks incredible. So let's plate up this bad boy and give it a taste. Wow, that actually looks amazing. I think it's time to give it a taste.
I think so.
Spoon for you, my love.
Thank you.
That looks so good.
I gotta say that's pretty good.
That is really good. It's so good I'm going back for another spoonful. That's really good, bub. One of the other great things about this mac and cheese dish, tastes even better on the second day. So any leftovers, if there are any, pop them in the fridge and the flavours will just keep melting through it overnight. Next day, beautiful.
Absolutely.
So this has been Gavin's Home Kitchen. We hope you enjoyed this recipe. Try it out at home and cook for your family. They'll absolutely love it. And we'll see you next week.
It's good.
No, this is mine. That is really delicious.
It's so good I don't want to put that bowl back in.
I know.
I want to eat it and have an early dinner.